Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going on a little adventure. So why don't you come and join me? Welcome to Hastings. This is where I grew up most of my life. I was born in London, but we moved here when I was about 6, and this is where some of my family still live, my sibling. So when I visit them, I visit my hometown, and I just thought I'd vlog a little bit and show you where I grew up. Heading down to the old town here.
These are from 1066.
That was a good factual thing there from my dear sibling Lavender. They obviously know the history very well, living there. Hastings Old Town is just beautiful. It's one of my favourite places ever. It just feels like another old worldy place. And here we are just going to the coastline bit here. All the fishing huts and all the seasidey kitschiness. I love a bit of tackiness at the seaside, and I think Hastings has a really good balance of it all. You can see these are working fishing huts, by the way. They are still going out there and still catching the fish, and fresh fish every day. Oh, and here comes a tiny little train. That goes between near the fairground and then all the way along the coast. It's not a very long train. And then we headed back through to the old town and had a coffee and a cake in one of our favourite places, which is like a bookshop cafe. Absolutely lovely. And it's also a good people watching spot as well. That was day 1. And it was just a lovely day. Lovely to be back. You know what? I feel inspired. Let's make something. Now, what we're going to create is a little homage to the coast, the British coast, Hastings. Now, I'm drawing some pebbles here because Hastings has a pebbled beach, not a sandy beach. Anyone who grew up near the area knows that you sit on pebbles and not sand, but I think that's very nostalgic. So I'm just going in with some watercolour and making a nice soft background for what we're going to put on top of it. And now I'm going to make a little fishing hut. Do you remember we saw them as we were walking down the coastline there? They're big wooden structures and they're in the dark black painted wood. So I'm going to make some slats here just out of black paper. Stick them all together like that. Make a little roof. And I also added just a bit of texture with a pencil. Now let's get back to our adventures, shall we? On day 2, I was visiting the town nearby called Rye, and it's also the day that I actually sprained my ankle and cut up my hand really bad, so there's that. So you might see me limping around in the footage. You'll see the camera tipping a bit, but never mind. Now, this town is super pretty. It's a very, again, old-fashioned fishing town. It's got Rye Harbour, which is separate from the main town here, and it's just super cozy. Sadly, it was overcast this day, as you can see, but that doesn't matter. We still had a nice walk around. It was just me, actually. And look at the cobbles. Well, I couldn't do it that day because of my ankle, but I looked at the cobbles. There's a beautiful old archway here as well. You're just surrounded by history here. It's gorgeous. There's a chocolatiers here as well. It wasn't open at the time, but oh my goodness. Lovely. I also popped into an art shop and I got myself this tiny little sketchbook. Very cute. And then I went into Hayden's Cafe, which was an old family favourite, did a bit of sketching and had the best carrot cake I think I've ever had in my life. Oh my god, it was amazing. Doing a little bit of sketching just to relax. And then I hobbled around the churchyard, which is somewhere my family and I used to take walks around. It's just so pretty. This town is just gorgeous. I don't know any other ways to describe it. It is just gorgeous, and it's very comfy to be back in towns like this when you've got these lovely memories of it. So, it was nice. Aside from, limping around. Look at that castle there, overlooking. Beautiful. But sadly, that brought my time to an end after 2 more days, and I had to head home. But we still have art to finish. Now, what is a coastal picture without a famous seagull? If you've either visited the British coast or lived there for any length of time, you know about the seagulls. Now, the sound of seagulls to me, that noise is very nostalgic, but I can see why people don't like them, because they are destructive, and if you dare eat anything on the beach, be prepared to have it snatched out of your hand by those things, because they're like the mafia. Those gulls. They're scary sometimes, so don't eat your chips on the beach. Stay inside. But I had to draw one. I mean, look at him. He's got a chip as well. He's stolen one already. I'll cut it out. Oh, look at that. He looks fab. Just checking the layout here. We need something else. Now, if you remember in our Old Town footage in Hastings, we saw some banners, some bunting up at the top between the houses, and I thought that would be a really cute decoration at the top of this picture, so I'm making them out of little scraps of fabric that I have stashed away, and I'm making a little diamond shape, and then you fold it, and then you can glue it along the string, just like real bunting. And if you want to make real bunting, you could do the same thing, but just have it double backed, and away you go. It's super, super easy. Look at that. A little fabric glue. Get that drying, and then I think we're nearly done. So we've got our beautiful background of pebbles, our seagull, our pretty little bunting, a fishing hut, and off camera I made these letters to spell out Hastings. And I think overall this is a really cute little picture. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on my adventure. Take care, spread kindness, and be creative. I'll see you very soon.